I'm Julie Herman of Jaybird Quilts and Lazy Girl Designs, and my Northcott Gravity Quilt Kit just arrived, and I'm so excited. And I figured it would be a good opportunity to do an unboxing and show you what is in it. I know many of you have already signed up for this, but if you haven't signed up yet, there are still shops with kits available. So how about I dive on in and show you what is in here. First up, they created a beautiful box and they used images of the quilt around the edges. It's just like super pretty. It's this nice cardboard box that you'll be able to use to keep everything in while you're in the process of making your quilt. So let's open it up. Okay, so the first thing I see is the book, and I have updated Gravity for you. So if you're familiar, this is the 10th anniversary of Gravity, and this was the original book, and still a favorite of mine. And so when the opportunity came, I was like, you know what, let's celebrate the anniversary. So we changed a couple things up. The background used to be dark to light, and now it is light to dark, and decided to, instead of solids, to use the Northcott basics, the Stonehenge gradations, and some other fabrics, and so happy with how it turned out. And got a chance to put cute little William on the back. He hasn't been featured on much. And it does, again, include the Stellar Pillow, which is a bonus pillow you can make from your scraps. And one thing that this version of the book includes, as I heard your feedback, people want more options. And often my books have one size because there's so much going on, but I was able to put it together for you. So this book has queen and king. So you just need some more background. And so it's the kind of thing you can decide later on. You can go ahead and get this kit and then just get some additional fabric to use for your background. All of those details are on page 32. So let's jump on in and see what is in here. Okay. So the first thing I see is the tiles. So they are 10-inch squares, and that's what we're going to be using each month to make the blocks. And it looks like they have gone ahead and there's 3 packs in here. And so that should correlate to the months. Let's take a quick glance in the book. The colors, yep. So that is 1, 2, and 3. And then the next stack begins block 4. Yep. So that is awesome. I highly suggest you don't jump in and just rip these open. I will open the first one right now, but the fabrics are in order. Now I do list the SKUs in the book, but it's nice that they're already in order. So I highly suggest keeping them in order like that. So those 3 are in your box. And then let's see what else is in here. Okay, so all of the background fabrics. And there are 6, and they go from basically white to black. The white is not, none of these are solids. I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but it's like a white on white, and it's got some gray stuff going on. It's kind of really hard to capture, but it's beautiful in person. And then we have this light gray, and then we move on to like close to a medium gray, and then another step darker, and then this one is pretty close to black, but not actually black. And then we have the black. So that is pretty cool. And you can wait and do the background all at once. If you are afraid of leaving so much background till the end, all the directions are in the book. So sometimes when you do a block of the month, you don't get all the information up front. With this book, you do. I just realized I'm showing you the wrong version of the book. It's in both books. But with this book, you do. So if you want to go ahead, once you've made month 1 and month 2, and you're like, I want to get a head start on cutting for my background, not a problem. You do then need to know whether you're going to do queen or king. Some of it is similar. So in your book, the cutting for the queen is on 35, and the cutting for the king is on 41. And you'll see from this fabric, it's the same. It's the same for both of them. So you can just go ahead and start cutting your diamonds. And then it's also the same from your next fabric. And I letter these, so it's A and then B. And then C is where you'll start to see a little bit of a change. So if you're doing the queen from C, you're going to need multiple shapes. If you're doing the king, you're just going to need diamonds. So you still can get a good amount of cutting done in advance if you would like. And then you could keep it nice and neat in here in this box. So I am going to bust open the first one of these. And I'm going to keep the other ones nice and together because it helps to have everything organized. So let's bust this open. Now, I already recorded the first 3 months for you, so I did not have this fabric when I was recording those. So I do give you a quick little PSA in the first video because I'm cutting in the first video with fabric that has straight edges because I don't have the machinery here at my house to do this. But this is what yours is going to look like, what you're probably familiar with from most pre-cuts from most companies, which is the pinked edges. And so once you take the plastic off, they still have a band going around in both directions so that it doesn't come apart. I'm going to open this band up. It's just kind of taped on the back. And these are not, to my knowledge, being sold separately. Like you can't buy this as just like a pack of tiles. You have to get the whole kit. But if you have the original book or if you want to know the fabric information, because you want to make more than one or something, the SKUs are listed here on the back of the tiles, and they're also listed in the book. And then we've also made a free download for you of these little tags. Hold please, I'll be right back. So what I just said, we made these little tags so that once you cut your fabrics, you can keep yourself organized. And to get those, you just need to sign up at the link below, and then I will automatically email you that file. If you find that helpful, I have found it very helpful for doing all my cutting and keeping all of this stuff nice and organized. Even if you're working on one block at a time, the blocks are monochromatic, so you're working with 6 fabrics in the same color family, so it can be nice to stay organized that way. So there's this, which might be even helpful to just save like along with the pattern, and then cardboard. And then let's flip it over. Okay, so if you open up your book once you get this, to page 12 and 13, that is block 1. Every block, the directions are A, B, C, D, E, F, and the fabrics here should be listed in order. So let's do a little quick double check. So this is, yep, that looks like A, and then B, and then C, and D. It's exciting to finally see it in person, E, and F. Rachel and I have been working behind the scenes with the Northcott people for a long time on this, so it's nice to finally like have it in my hands. And then the next 6 pieces are also for block 1, but they're for the orange version. So let's see, we've got A, B, and sorry my head is like chopped off. I figured you wanted to see what was in front of me more than my head today. C, D, E, and F. And then can you see either one of the blocks behind me right now? Let's see. Don't think you can. Can you see this block? If I move the camera up a little. Sorry about that. Adjusting in the middle of recording. Never easy. So this is the orange block for block 1. And as you can see, these are my fabrics that I use. And if you follow the directions, you'll end up with all of your fabrics in exactly the same place as I have them. And I go over in the video for month 1 what to do if you make a mistake, what to do if your fabric is somehow not 10 inches, whether that's because there was a machine error or whether you're working with your stash. And if you need help along the way with that or with anything, I am here. Rachel is here. Please feel free to message us. Information is below. You can also post in our community Facebook group. It's a really good place for when you're troubleshooting or have a question. Sometimes they can answer you quicker than I can. Depends on what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little unboxing. And as I mentioned, I've already recorded the videos for the first 3 months. I think I might have already recorded 4 as well. Yeah, I think I started 4. And so you won't see me cutting with this fabric for the first few months because I needed to get those done, and so I just used fabric and I cut it square. But I will use that for the remainder of the videos. If that's confusing to you, I apologize. And if you have questions, like I said, I am here. I am happy to help. This is a journey for all of us to be on together, and I look forward to sewing Gravity with you.